Welcome to Sai Vidya Institute of Technology online video tutorials. In this today's session, we'll be covering the S parameters. I am Wing Commander Dr. Srinivas from Electronics and Communication Engineering Department. And S parameters are the part of Module 2 Microwaves and Antennas 1ATC63 of VTU syllabus. So S parameters we know, scattering parameters which describe the electrical behavior of linear electrical networks when undergoing various steady-state stimuli by electrical signals. The parameters are useful for various branches like electronics, communication system designs, and especially suitable for the microwaves, microwave engineering. These parameters are members of a family of similar parameters like Z and Y. They differ in the sense that the parameters do not use open or short circuited conditions to characterize a linear electrical network. So instead, they use matched loads for calculation of the other behavior and parameters. These terminations are much easier to use at high signal frequencies rather than open circuit or short circuited terminations. So therefore, the modern network analysis measures amplitude and phase of voltage traveling wave phases using essentially the same circuit as that used for the demodulation of digitally modulated wireless signals. So with this intent, we'll start with our S parameters. Today, though in the previous class we have seen the S parameters for a two-port network. Now in this session, we'll see about uh, S parameters. Please everyone note down for a four-port network. Now we'll try to calculate the S parameters for a four-port network. So as we know, the two-port network has got two ports. So here in this case, we are having a port, a four-port. This is a four-port microwave network. So in which we can have ports like this. This is port 1, and we can have a second port, that is port 2, and then we have a port 3, then we have port 4. Therefore, this is a four-port network. In when we were discussing about four-port network and two-port network, we know there is one incident signal, is called A1, and there is a reflected signal. Let us call it as a B1. Similarly, for here also, let us say this is your incident signal, that is A2 for port 2, and the reflected signal will be B2 for port 2, and here the incident signal is represented at port 3 as A3, and the reflected signal as B3 at port 3, and here also the incident A4 and reflected B4. So if I represent all these values here, like this is your A1, B1 for port 1, and for port 2 we have A2 and B2, and for port 3 we have this port 3, we have A3 as incident signal and B3 as incident signal, and then port 4 we have A4 incident signal and B4 as incident signal. So all different four ports with four notations, incident and reflected signals, giving you the details A1, A2, A3, A4, B1, B2, B3, B4. So now let us try to obtain the S parameters for these ports. So for port 1, let us consider port 1 first. So for port 1, if I consider port 1, then I can write the parameters for port 1 S11. S11 can be given, we all know that is the reflected signal by the incident signal. So this is B1 by A1. Then again we have second, that is S12, which is given by B2 by B1 by A2. Similarly, we have S13 B1 by A3, S14 represented by B1 by A4. Kindly let me know in case the network fails. Please call me on my mobile number so that I can pick up the call and restart the work. Because yesterday there was in the class, there was some network problem, so I could not get that intimation. So with this, what I can write here is one equation I can write the total reflections happening at port 1. That means if you see here, if you analyze this all different ports, now if I consider one port, that is port 1, and if I want to calculate what is the reflection coefficient, that is B1 at port 1 total, then what happens is because of the A1, A2, A3, A4 of all different ports are contributing to the, that is B1 also. Like the incidents happening at other ports also affecting the B1. There are some reflections because of other incident waves. Similarly, when I consider port 2, that time also the incident waves, that is A1, A2, A3, all four ports will have impact on B2 and B3 and B4. So that means all A1, A2, A3, A4 have impact on B1, B2, B3, B4. So therefore, now if I want to calculate total value of the total reflection, that is total reflected value, that is B1, total B1 for port 1, then I can write S11 A1, that is this if I multiply, plus S12 A2 plus S13 A3 plus S14 A4. So all four terminal I'll add up. So this equation I'll call it as equation number 1. Similarly, if I want to do it for port 2, so port 2, I will write S21 is equal to B2 by A1 S S22 is equal to B2 by A2. Then we have S23, which is given by B2 by A3. And finally, we have S24, which is given by B2 by A4. So with this, I can write another equation, that is total reflected power at port 2. That is total reflected power at port 2. Port 2 is given by B2, and that B2 can be written as S21 A1 plus S22 A2 plus S23 A3 plus S24 A4. Now, when I have this equation, I can call it as this as equation 2. Now, on similar lines, I can write the equation for port 3. So port 3, I can write B3 directly. I'll write because I can simulate as per the situation now. Equation 2. So equation 2, if I see, then it is now I can write here B3 is equal to S. Some problem with this pen. S. What is happening? Okay, S 31 A1 plus S 32 A2 plus S 33 A3 plus S 34 A4. So accordingly, I can also write one more equation, which is nothing but your port 4. At port 4, if I write B4 as the reflection, total reflection occurring, then this will be S41 A1 plus S42 A2 plus S43 A3 plus S44 A4. Now this equation I call as equation number 3, and this equation I call equation number 4. With 1, 2, 3, 4, I can have a total S matrix equation matrix in the form of 1, that is I can write B1, B2, B3, B4 in matrix form is equal to another matrix with having A1, A2, A3, and A4. I am rewriting it. A2, problem with this pen. A2, A3. So here I can write with the above equations S11, S22, and S33. Sorry. S21. Wait. Keep going. S12, S13, S14, S21, S22, S23, S24. Then we have S31, S32, S33, S34. Then we have S41, S42, S43, S44. So this gives you the S parameters. This is the S matrix, S parameter matrix. matrix. Now I have here, if I use these, S11, S22, S33, and S44, all these diagonally placed these numbers, that is these parameters, it will reflect what? We know this. This will reflect what? This will indicate the reflection coefficient. Reflection coefficient. Because in the two-port network also, S11, S22 they represented the reflection coefficients. Here, all four will represent the reflection coefficient. Now, this one is the S parameter. This is the total reflection happening, reflection power. This is the reflected signals, I can say. These are the reflected signals. And we also have these things, that is A1, A2, A3, A4. What are these A3, A4, A4? We know these are all the incident signals. Or incident waves at different ports. At various ports, we can see these incident waves or signals. So these are the S parameters, and these are the reflected signals, and this is the incident signal, and these are the reflection coefficients across your diagonally placed these things. So this is about the S parameters to finding out for a 4-port network. Now, after discussing this, there are conditions. I was going through the VTU question paper. We have seen that in the question paper, there are some questions asked like this. Now, since we have completed with our Z parameters, Y parameters, S parameters, and all, now sometimes there may be a question like this. To convert from, they will give you Z parameters, and they will ask you to calculate, S parameters. Because already we have seen the Y parameters and all easily we can calculate. But calculating S is little difficult. It is tricky because in Y, if I want to calculate Y from Z, then what I am doing is generally I take Y parameter, which is equal to nothing but your Z parameter, which I have to take 1 inverse. That's all. The vice versa. So if it is a Z parameter, if I want to calculate from Y, then I have to take Y, then I'll take a inverse of this. Now here, in S, there is some little difficulties there. There is some formulas which are used. That formula, in fact, because there are so many methods are there to calculate S parameters from Z parameters or vice versa. But there are all difficult that will take a lot of time. Now, for in exam, I have seen for such small problem, they will give maybe for 6 marks, they will ask you to calculate or find X parameter from Z parameter. Now, if you try to solve using complicated method, then it may last for half an hour or so, then you will be wasting time. So in order to reduce that, what I have done is, I have calculated one good formula from one of the IIT notes. So I will show you how to do it. So with that, you can able to solve it very easily. There are some formulas which I am going to give you. So with that, it is very easy because I am using the matrix properties. With the, using the matrix properties, I can able to do certain calculations very easily. So some numerical problems. We'll try to solve some numerical problems. Okay. Question number 1. If given Z parameter is equal to 3, 7, to 5. If this is the question, then they will ask you to calculate. They'll ask you to calculate, find S matrix. Now, if it would have been Z, Y parameter, then we could have easily calculated by taking the inverse of Z. But here, S parameter is not the inverse of Z, because the Z parameters are impedance parameters, Y parameters are the admittance parameters, then S parameters are the scattering parameters. So scattering parameters are different from Z and Y parameters. So therefore, what we do here is we'll use one formula. Now this is the best formula I could able to get you, very easy formula. So this formula is given by, that is S parameters. Obtaining S parameters from Z parameters is done by using, that is Z parameter plus U, that is a unity matrix, then taking inverse of this, then multiplying it by another factor, that is Z minus unity matrix. So with this I can able to find out the S matrix directly from this formula. Now for this I have to know what is Z matrix. So Z matrix is given for us. So that is given by 3725, 3725, and unity matrix is represented by a 2 by 2 matrix, 1 0 0 1. So now I'll substitute these values. So what happens in the main S parameter matrix? So here the first matrix, that is 3 7 2 5, this plus your unity matrix, that is 1 0 0 1. Then I will enclose in the bracket and then take inverse, then multiplied by Z matrix, that is 3 7 2 5 minus the unit matrix, that is 1 0 0 1. It's not 6, it is 0. And complete the bracket. So bracket plays very important role. So kindly do not forget to put the bracket. Otherwise, we all know how important is the brackets for any problem. So now we will try to simplify this. So I'll try to obtain here, putting this 3 plus 1 4, 7 plus 0 7, 2 plus 0 2, 1 plus 5 is 6. So
hello.
Yes. Yes, somebody wants to talk to me. Okay. So we have here, that is 4726. After doing simplification, now we have to take inverse of this, then multiplied by the another matrix, that is 3 minus 1. 3 minus 1 is 2. 7 minus 0 7. 2 minus 0 2. 5 minus 1 4. So we have this matrix like this. So now I have to calculate simple way of calculating the inverse. So no need to go for a separate calculation. You have to do it here only. So already we know how to calculate the inverse. We have to take adjoint of a matrix by the determinant of a matrix. So therefore, adjoint of this matrix will be how much? This will be interchange this thing 6 and 4, then change the signs of the other two, then whole thing divided by determinant value of this matrix 4 6 are 24 minus 2 7 are 14. So 24 minus 14 will be 10. 10 will be the value of determinant value. So I have got directly the value, and then it's multiplied by 2724. So when I have this thing, then I will directly obtain the value. This will be, if I simplify it, you will get around 6 by 5. This will be minus 49 by 10, and this will be minus 2 by 5, and this will be 8 by 5. So this I am getting like this. So now I can finally write with these so S matrix for a given problem. I can write in after calculating whole thing. This will be 1.2, and this will be minus 4.9, and this will be minus 0.4 and 1.6. So this is a scattering matrix for a given problem. We have got this. So like this you have to solve. So this is of 6 marks. Very simple way. Okay, you should know how to take inverse, how to take do the matrix multiplication and matrix addition, subtraction. If you do that, then you will be able to solve this very easily. So this problem, finding the matrix. Now, at times what happens, they may give you in the exam, they may give you the other matrices, and then they may ask you to calculate this thing. So sometimes they may give you Y matrix, and then find that Y matrix, that is the admittance matrix, they will give some values, and they may ask you to calculate S matrix. Now in that case, how you are supposed to do? So in this case, don't worry, don't be panic. Since Y matrix is given, so what I do, I will directly use Z matrix, which is nothing but your Y matrix inverse. If I take inverse of Y matrix, I'll get Z. So once you have Z, then again use this formula, S matrix, the whatever we have done earlier, the same matrix you use. That is S, your Z matrix plus U matrix inverse multiplied by Z matrix minus U matrix. Once you do that, again follow the same procedure what we used in the previous problem, so you'll be able to solve it. Now such questions also will come. Now there may be a question vice versa. Now that means vice versa means what? Vice versa means like they will give you S matrix. Now they will give you S matrix values, and they'll ask you to calculate Z parameters and Y parameter, Y matrix. Now that is totally different. So now we have to use different formula. If you use other things, then it will be very complicated. So use this formula. I will give you one good formula for this. That formula, if you apply, again similar lines, we can have these problems. You can note down for calculating the Z parameter. For calculating the Z parameter, Z matrix from S matrix, I use this formula, just reverse of that. That is U minus S matrix inside the bracket inverse multiplied by this. Please note down these formulas. Multiplied by you know where it is given, so kindly please note down, and later on don't be in panic. S matrix multiplied by bracket close. Just use this formula. So if you use formula, you will get Z. Once you get Z problem, then you can, from Z you can calculate Y easily. How you calculate Y? Just take the inverse of Z. That's all. So this is how we can go ahead with the. So now with this problems, with this formulas which I have shown, we'll try. I'll give you assignment. Please note down this assignment, and this assignment you write it and submit it as a part of module 2 assignment, and I will assess you for 5 marks, 5 marks, 10 marks total. So note down this assignment. I'll show you. Okay, take down this assignment. So this is earlier you have done the assignment 1 of module 1. So transmission line equations. Now you have to do this. The assignment. This is assignment number 2. Assignment number 2. Two questions are there. Question 2A and question 2B. Don't worry about 2 and all. There are 2 questions, that is A and B. Assignment 2, question number 1 and 2. So here you can see here, S matrix is given. S matrix value is given. Find Z and Y. Just now we have discussed about this. How to calculate. First we have to calculate Z from S using that formula, latest formula, and calculate both Z and Y. Take inverse of Z, you will get Y. So 5 marks. Assignment. Then we have second question. Y matrix is given, that is admittance matrix is given in a 3 by 3 matrix. This is a 3 by 3 matrix, just because in examination they may ask like 3 by 3 also. Then find S matrix from admittance matrix. That means you have to first obtain Z matrix from here. How to get the Z matrix? Take inverse of this Y. Once you take the inverse of this Y, then using the formula, once you get Z parameter, then using the formula, that is S parameter which I have shown, you can calculate S parameter by using that formula. So that will be for 5 marks. So total 5 plus 5, which is your 10 marks assignment, which you have to submit before 13th of June. That means by coming weekend, by Sunday, you should submit this assignment. Everyone, please note down this. I'm giving this. I will be scheduling this assignment in the Google Classroom. Note down, everyone. Shall I remove it? I hope my connection is okay. Varun, have you understood the problem?
Yes, sir.
Okay, can you able to solve this?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good, very good. Okay, now try to solve it and submit it before 13th June in the Google Classroom. Okay, now we'll go further. Okay, we have another situation. Sometimes in the examination, I have question papers I have seen. Uh, at times they will ask you question like this also. Question will be like this. Uh, in a given, please note down, T network, two-port network, or in a following network, we can tell. In this following network, I need to like ZA, this is ZB, this is all impedances, and then we have ZC. These are all impedances. Okay, they have given some values. This will be in the ohms. ZA ohm, ZB ohm, ZC ohm. Sometimes they will give you values also. Now they will ask you to calculate, find Z parameters. These are all impedances, but this from these impedances we need to calculate the Z parameters. So how will you do that? Since we know we have, so we can use certain formulas here. Please everyone note down the formulas so that we can solve this problem easily. So Z11, that is, we know what is the Z parameters. We all know what are the Z parameters for a given network. That is Z11, Z12, Z121, then we have Z22 for a two-port network. This is Z21, Z22. So we have to obtain the values from the above network. So for obtaining, it will be very easy if I use these formulas. What are the formulas? Z11 is nothing but, how can you calculate? You can calculate ZA plus ZC. And Z12 is nothing but the values will remain same, which is nothing but your ZC. And Z22 will have values ZB plus ZC. You can see here how we can calculate this is when we consider the S11, when I consider S11 from the input port side, S11 is here. So when we consider this, it has got ZA plus ZC. And for Z was S222, we have ZB plus ZC. And for the in between parameters, that is Z12 and Z11, where we are having this one here, this is Z12, that is, and this is Z21, which is involves only ZC. That's therefore this is the way we can use it and calculate the values like this. So when we do this, we can try to solve certain problems based on whatever we have here. So I'll give you one problem. If the values of ZA, ZA, ZB, and ZC in the following T network are 2, 1, and 3 ohms. This is ZA, ZB, and ZC. To confuse, they will give you some voltage also here, because it's not required here, but they will give you some voltage here and some voltage here at the V2 output. So they will give you the voltages value, that is 2 volts. This they will give you 1 volt. So now find out uh, the Z parameters. So with this, you have to find the Z parameters. Now please apply whatever formulas I have given and try to find out. Now tell me very simple way. What would be my S11? S11 is nothing but your ZA plus ZC. What is ZA? ZA is how much? 2 ohms. ZB is how much? 1 ohm. ZC is how much? 3 ohms. So this will be 2 plus 1, 2 plus 3, which is 5 ohms. This is 5. Similarly, S12 is equal to, this is Z parameters. So this is not S parameter. Z11. So this is Z12, which is equal to Z21. ZC is 3 ohms, so 3 ohms. Therefore, we have a last one, that is your Z22, which is nothing but your, how much is that value? This is 1 plus 3, that is ZB plus ZC. This is ZB plus ZC, which is your 1 plus 3, that is 4 ohm. This is impedance, so therefore we call it as ohms. Therefore, I can write a Z parameter matrix with this above. So Z parameter matrix is given by, that is Z11, Z12, Z21, Z22. So which is nothing but your whatever values you have obtained now, just substitute that values. So what was the value for Z11? 5 ohms. And Z22, Z21, Z12 and Z21 remain same, that is 3, this is 3, and this was also 3, and Z22 is 4. So this is about your Z parameters. Like this you have to calculate in the exam. Okay. Try to solve this. Now we all try to solve this problem. Same thing, same problem. In the given network, this is 3 ohms, this is 2 ohms, and this is 1 ohm. Now calculate the Y parameters. For a given Z network, calculate Y parameters. How will you do that? First obtain Z parameters. Once you obtain the Z parameter, take the inverse. That's all. Everyone try this. Simple. What is Z parameter for this? using the formula, that is addition. S1 Z11 3 plus 1 4, and Z12 and Z21, the 1 representing 1 here, so I can directly write 1, and in the output network that is pole to 2, we have 2 plus 1 as Z22, so 3. So we have got your Z parameter. So from this Z parameter I can obtain Y parameter. So Y parameter is nothing but your inverse of Z. Inverse of Z is your, directly I can calculate inverse of Z. How? Just take adjutant divided by determinant. I do it here only. So adjutant of this is 3 4 minus 1 divided by your 3 4s are 12, 12 minus 1, minus of minus 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 1, so 1, 12 minus 1 11. Therefore your total value will be, Y matrix will be 3 by 11 minus 1 by 11 minus 1 by 11 4 by 11. Just calculate and put it in the point form. That's all. So this is the solution for obtaining the your admittance matrix. With this, we have come to the conclusion of our S parameters, problems, and numericals. Thank you very much for watching this video tutorials. In the next session,